Good morning, Judy. All right, good morning. Do we have any preliminary matters before the jury comes out? Okay, all right, sure. Yes, sir. All right, we ready for the jury then? Okay. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. As you remember, we were in the middle of a witness last evening, so we'll continue with her testimony, okay?
Did you see Ms. Heard shortly after she returned from Australia? Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are we ready to start?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, I understand that you've testified a number of times about some of the events that we touched on yesterday, right?
Yes.
Has there ever been anything in any of those prior sworn statements or testimony that you've given that has prevented you from telling the truth?
No.
And is all of your prior sworn testimony, including the testimony you gave yesterday, true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Are you here today on behalf of one side or the other? And by that, I mean on behalf of Amber or on behalf of Johnny?
No.
Would you consider yourself adverse or hostile to either party?
No.
Any other time that you can remember?
Not specifically, no.
Was there a name for what you describe as Mr. Depp's different self?
Yes.
What was that name?
We called it the monster.
Who is we?
All of us. Me, Johnny, Amber, and anyone else.
The jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you can be seated. You want to continue with your witness?
Yes, we'll resume with, that concludes the testimony of Raquel Pennington. Ms. Hurd calls Joshua Drew as her next witness.
Okay.
And if we may approach just to discuss a
All
couple
right,
exhibits.
and that's by deposition, is that correct?
It is by deposition,
All right.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are we ready? Not quite? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
This is misheard call.
Withdrawn. Is this a kitchen counter?
It's the kitchen counter next to the kitchen sink.
And this is in the apartment of Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp?
PH3.
And did you cover?
Our lunch break. Do not discuss the case with anybody and don't do any outside research, okay? Thank you. We'll see you in an hour. All right, so we'll come back at 1:45 then. Is that fine? Okay, live witness at 1:45, so we'll take the TV down. Okay, all right, thank you.
All rise.
This is another reference to your accusations against Mr. Depp.
No, this is about what happened to me once I left that relationship and got a TRO and became associated with domestic violence.
Right. But it's your testimony that this op-ed isn't about Mr. Depp, right?
It's about what happened to me after. That's correct.
It's about your experience after obtaining a temporary restraining order against Mr. Depp, right?
That is correct, among other things.
But it's not about Mr. Depp.
It is not about him.
Mr. Depp is making it about Mr. Depp, right?
Ironically.
It's kind of like that Carly Simon song, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't know what you mean.
Let's talk about the defamatory statements in the op-ed that you also claim are not about Mr. Depp. Then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. This is about Mr. Depp, isn't it?
No.
You wrote this in 2018, right?
Exactly.
And 2 years prior was 2016, right?
That's true.
Okay.
That's correct.
So
it's not about
May
Johnny. It's about what happened to me
Ms.
after.
Heard, my question?
Yeah, this is not a federal courtroom, that they're not going to make the effort to try to get them there because they like what they have. But the jury is going to wonder.
Very unlikely. The likely result is they're going to side with one or the other, and so far it seems to me that my money is on them siding.
Someone there when it's supposed to be private. She said they picked the time of day when they thought that no one would be there, but it's directly in conflict.
They seem minor to some people, but your credibility is the whole case here. This is really a he said, she said case. And if you are shown to be lying, even about the small things, the jury's going to put your whole credibility into question. So I think it's
directly from Amber herself. I think that she is not the strongest witness, and even though she has
what gets let in, that's the time they make the decisions and objections of hearsay, and
it was for her benefit, right? So they were asking questions that were appealing to her, and she was comfortable. It was during the cross-examination with Ms. Vasquez that she was.
Did you do that?
She asked for my help.
And over the course of your relationship, when Amber needed your help, you tried to be there for her, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by scary?
I was scared for Amber.
In the bathroom door when you were knocking on it. After a few times I opened. And, you just kept going. You just kept going. I tried to close the door 3 times. Please, just don't, and then wait. And then I accidentally, I swear, when I was trying to close the door, I guess it scraped your toes. I didn't mean to do that. And I bent down, and you either pushed or you kicked. I think you kicked the door open. The door, more open, so that it would hit me. And it hit me.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know that.
It hit me in the fucking head.
But I did not mean to do that. I don't know what you're
I was bent down behind the door.
I did not do anything to her. I did not kick a door or push a door so that it would hit you. I did not. I swear that that was not my intention. I think I remember when the door scraped my toes, I reacted, but the door thing, I remember, I never did that. That wasn't on purpose. I might have done it on accident.
Okay.
But
so let's say that was an accident. I then stood up. I don't even know if I said, I might have said, like, what the fuck, whatever, because I'd just been hit in the head with the fucking corner of a door.
I'm so sorry. I did not. I'm sorry.
And then I stood up. And then you fucking clocked me.
I remember hitting you as a response to the door thing. And I'm really sorry about hitting you with the door or hitting your head. I did not mean to, nor...
You didn't mean to hit me in the head with the door, but you meant to punch me in the jaw.
I meant to hit you, and I did not do this thing with the door. I did mean to hit you.
So that you didn't mean?
The door? No, God, no, I didn't.
But punching me in the jaw.
I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry I hit you. I did mean to hit you, but it was in response. I just reacted in response to my foot. I just reacted, and I'm sorry. It's below me.
Your foot? That was why you punched me?
Yeah. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I